I'm Brooke.
And I'm Lucy, and we're the mums in the boat.
We're back from Paris, where we won gold in the women's double scull.
In partnership with Schick Civil Construction, we're going to talk about what it is like to balance sport, work, and anything life throws at you.
We're revisiting our interviews from the amazing Schick staff, where we learnt how Schick's values and purpose align with our goals in high performance sport.
Come with us. We're the mums in the boat, and welcome to our office. We're thrilled that today we've had some Schick staff take some time out of their schedules to come and visit us down here at the lake.
We're eager to discover how high performance sport and the civil industry are connected. Hey Jordan, thanks for joining us today. Would you mind introducing yourself and just telling us a little bit about what you do at Schick?
I'm Jordan. I'm one of the contract managers at Schick, so essentially just a project manager that covers a lot of the planning and behind the scenes work for the projects that we have.
How long did it take to get into that role?
I was in Christchurch for 4 years doing my civil engineering degree, and then essentially came to the end of my degree looking for a job. And Schick were at one of the careers expos that we had. So I went up to them, was talking to a lot of the guys down in Christchurch, and then realised that the main office was up here in Hamilton. So I was like, hey, I'll give this a shot and I'll move up to the North Island from down south. And I've been there for about coming up 3 years now, and been in the role for a year and a half, roughly, yeah.
Do you have any career highlights so far with your work at Schick?
The biggest career highlight that I've got at the moment is completing my last project that I had, Road to a Village. It was an 18-month long project, very, very strenuous on the attention to detail, the amount of planning going into it. It definitely took a big chunk of my time and commitment dedicated to that job. Stoked to have it done in the end, and then putting it up recently for award submission for CCNZ Awards, or Civil Contractors New Zealand.
Congrats.
Thank you.
So you've potentially just covered that, but what is the ultimate goal in your role? How, as a contract manager, do you manage success?
So definitely determined by like KPIs. So we have our OTOBOSS that Schick we work towards. So that's on time, on budget, on spec and safely. So obviously meeting each of those is a massive part in our projects, and that's where we kind of get our measure of success from. So obviously staying on budget, working with our clients to give them a better cost-effective option on time, making sure we're doing the project, getting it done before and not going over the time that we've said that would take to do it on spec. So obviously we've got all our quality assurance that we have to commit to keeping up. So there's a lot of checking those, making sure they're meeting requirements set by the engineers that we've got on the project. And then safety is a massive one as well, obviously keeping our guys on the field safe. We'll have our pre-starts in the morning just to go over the hazards for the day. It's like those things are definitely how we can measure our success on a project.
Same with us. We have basically a quick chat before we get on the water every morning. On time, on rate, on speed.
It's the same thing that we have to do to get to the end goal, so there's a lot of similarities there. Us in rowing, we work in a 4-year cycle, and within that every single year's planned, every 4-week block's planned, every week's planned, every day's planned. There's a lot of like periodisation. We can just show up and row, and there's so much that goes on behind the scenes to make sure that we do get to our end goal and we do perform really well. So I'm assuming that's going to be the same for you. A lot of planning goes into your role. Do you want to just maybe explain a little bit about how that works in your industry?
Being one of the contract managers, we all over the planning side of things. So we'll be doing our daily, weekly, monthly, even up to 3-month kind of forecast. On a day-to-day basis, we're setting the plan for the day for the guys on the field. Obviously that's to do with our pre-starts in the morning, where we cover the tasks that they're going to be doing, the hazards that they're facing, what gear they're going to need. And obviously that gives them the chance to ask the questions that they want. They can say, hey, if we're going to be doing this, have you thought about that? It's definitely a great brainstorming on the daily side of things. And then with the weekly, we have a week-long plan where we'll just talk about these are the stages we want to get through and where we want to get to by the end of the week. So that's very similar to the day-to-day, but obviously it just gives a bit of a forward planning sort of thing for the guys so they know what they're going to be doing during the week. Monthly for me, behind the scenes, definitely goes into more of a financial planning side of things. So we're doing forecasts. So this is for us, so we know what our revenue is for the month and how we track our costs as well. But also at the same time, our clients, they love to know what that's going to look like as well for them. So we'll go through and do forecasts for them as well. We'll be looking at the daily records that the guys send in, making sure they're hitting their targets and achieving what they need to. If there's any issues, generally they would bring it up, and obviously that will help us for the next day. We can try and fix that issue, make the changes that we need to achieve the results that we want to achieve.
Mm-hmm. Is there any other sort of measures that you have to check that things aren't getting off track, or what happens when they do?
We also have a Slack channel essentially where our guys can post photos. If they have any issues, they can communicate very, very easily with the rest of us. So we'll be checking that Slack channel throughout the day quite frequently, like if not every hour, so they can tell us if there's any issues that they're having, if there's anything going well, if any improvements we can make, and that helps supplement their daily records that they give us, so we can kind of check in throughout the day.
Do you need to check the channel now? I don't want anything to go wrong while you're here. What's the next key milestone coming up?
We've got a couple projects, a bigger subdivision that we're doing out Waharoa, definitely trying to chip through that. Obviously outside of work, at the end of the year, I'm heading overseas to go skiing over in Canada. Really want to hit the ground running, get these projects underway, get into a good stage where when I shoot off the next person, probably one of the next younger graduates, he can take over and look after it for me while I'm gone.
Work hard, play hard.
Exactly. Exactly. So obviously heading overseas, going skiing sort of thing, that's kind of my little fun thing that I do. Is rowing for you guys, is it more like a job, or is that your kind of fun thing that you guys like to do as well?
Good question. I do love it, but I would be lying if I said that I love it all the time. Probably the same as you. There's definitely days that are harder than others, and there's days where the end goal seems too far away when you're in the thick of it. And this morning was probably one of those days for us, but I'm lucky that I can always see the perspective in it, and I'm definitely honoured to be able to chase a dream every day, even though some days are worse than others.
I love it.
Or do you hate it?
Do you love it? I hate it.
Absolute chore. Absolute chore.
Yeah, no, I genuinely love rowing. I think it's amazing to be in a job that doesn't always feel like a job, and each day you're sort of pushing yourself to be better and better every day, which is one of the things that I love about it. Like, you get to see pretty cool improvements. And I also love, and I think it'd be like the same for you, is like the team that we get to work with. There's so many people pouring energy into getting our boats to go fast, that if you take a step back to look at how many people have actually helping you achieve these goals, it's huge, and a huge privilege to have that.
And even on the days where it is really tough, I don't want to use the word hate because I don't think I ever hate it, but on the days that are hard, I still get to do it with someone else, and I think that's special to be able to do the tough days together.
And that's a wrap from the Golden Mums in the Boat.
In the next episode, we're going to talk about the alignment of sport with Schick's purpose and values.
Schick, yeah?